Welcome to the electronic OB book, electronic occurrence book of the tagtough online, and our main control room software really. That noise you heard is one of the audio cues that you can get as a control room operator that something is going on and we need to address it. I've just muted it so I can chat. But let's go through some of those things that can happen. So the first one over here, this is not comprehensive, but it does deal with some of the things. So first of all, on the screen, we've got three sections. This one on the top over here where we can create a new OB entry. We'll look at that now. And who's logged in. So currently, Max is logged in on the control room software user, the one Mark uses, which is what I'm using. But Max is logged in. And that can change as the control room operators either log in by clocking an ID tag on our stationary guard unit, or the operators can also scan in a QR code with the phone application to get that. And they can also access, if they have permission to do so, access the main menus so that they can view bigger reports and maybe even, if they have access, to modify things. And below here we've got two sections. This is the active section. Currently got three items that need to be addressed right away. And then we've got these items at the bottom here which have been addressed already. So let's start with one of these. So the first one I'm going to look at over here is this fail to patrol from Ridcop Nature Reserve. So if I click on it, it opens the top here and we can see some information on Ridcop. So we can see the shift and what they need to do. We can see how long they've been taking for clocking points. And you can see it's actually, well, this one was a while ago, but we can also see how well they're clocking in all the instances for this unit. I'm just going to close off the information now. I can also write something in here. So we can write something here, whatever the person did or how it was done, etc., etc. Depends on obviously what you want to appear on the OB book. For example, I contacted the guard, or this was wrong, or the guard was sleeping, or however you wanted to do it. And then we can finalize it, click add to eOB, and then that will disappear off there. Another example here is a missed point. So let's say, for example, this one, we look and we see which point did they miss, the outdoor seating area. Oh no. Do you have extra info? So some sites you can have extra info. So for example, over here we got a contact person, George, so we can see if there's any extra information, for example, a password or something like that. And we can see how well they're clocking with the traffic report. And then we can also write something here. So I've just got the same thing here was just now, but either way, missed pointer is faulty, for example. Then the next morning when someone prints out the OB to go through it, they'll be able to see that. Let's address a different one. This one's too long between points, or brown source table. And I'm going to write in here, contacted a supervisor, they will check. So let's say, for example, I could not contact the guard directly. We contact the supervisor, they're going to go find it or to go and check. So we don't want to finalize it. We're adding to the eOB. Now you'll see it stayed there. Okay. Well, another one just appeared now, which you're going to ignore. But that one that just stayed there, I'm going to open it. You can see it has over here what was written. So for example, if I as a control room operator did that, or and you have more than one control room operator, you can each check what the other person did. And this works on the phone application, so you can also have the supervisors doing this type of work as they go along. Let's take a look at some of the extra features that we also have on here. Keep in mind this can be done on the phone application as well. Let's say we want to create an OB entry that's not included in the signals. So for example, someone contacted the control room and said there was a hole in the fence. You would then select the site where this happened and you can write on here, hole found in fence. And then you add it to the eOB. Now what that does is it'll add it into the eOB so that when you look at the report the next morning, you can see that information. And this also helps with incident reports and after the fact. So for example, a customer wants to know what happened, and you can then look at all the OB entries for a specific site between the date and time from and to. So this helps a lot with keeping track and keeping log of everything you need for your guards and the system at large. Hope that helps. See you next time.